Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Nurwahyudi Aditama from Information Technology from University Lambung Mangkurat. In this video, I will explain the fintech versus traditional banks. Will bank become obsolete? Okay, have you ever noticed how easy it is now to transfer money, pay bills, or even invest all from your smartphone? No more waiting in long queues at the bank. No more filling out endless form just to open a savings account. Today, all of that can be done with just a few taps. Welcome to the world of financial technology or fintech, a world where money moves at the speed of the internet, not paperwork. But here's the million-dollar question. With the fintech growing rapidly, do we even need traditional banks anymore? Is it possible that in the near future, banks as we know them could disappear? Let's take a deep dive into this topic. We'll explore what fintech is, how it compares to banks, why it's so popular, and whether it's really a threat to a traditional banking system. What is fintech? Fintech, short for financial technology, refers to use of modern digital tools to provide financial service. This includes everything from mobile payment apps to investment platforms, peer-to-peer lending services, and even online insurance. If you ever use apps like GoPay, Dana, OVO, and ShopeePay, or investment platform like Ajaib and Bibit, then you've already interacted with fintech, maybe without even realizing it. In fact, Indonesia has become one of the fastest growing fintech market in Southeast Asia. According to data from Bank Indonesia, fintech transactions reached over 600 trillion rupiah in 2024, a number that continues to climb each year. That tells us something important. Fintech isn't just a passing trend, it's a fundamental shift in how people handle money. What can fintech do that banks also do? One of the reasons fintech is getting so much attention is because it's now doing many of the same things banks have done for decades, but often faster and more conveniently. Let's compare some basic financial services. First, saving money. Traditionally, you go to a bank, fill out the paperwork, and get a passbook. Now, open a digital wallet or a new bank account in a minute, all online. Second, transferring funds. Before you need to find an ATM or go to a teller, now you can send money instantly through apps like GoPay or Link Aja. Third, borrowing money. Banks require collateral, credit score, and long approval process. Fintech loans can be approved within hours with just an ID, like KTP in Indonesian. Fourth, there's investing. Before you need a financial advisor or brokerage account, now you can start investing from 10,000 rupiah using apps like Bibit or Ajaib. In short, fintech is making finance more accessible, more flexible, and more personalized. But is this enough to completely replace bank? Why is fintech so popular? Let's break down some of the reasons why fintech has taken off so quickly, especially among young people. First, it's fast. No more for no more waiting for bank hours. Fintech services are available 24/7 a week. It's simple, interfaces are user-friendly, and onboarding takes just a few minutes. Next, it's low cost. Many fintech platforms eliminate account fees, transfer fees, and other hidden costs. Next, it's inclusive. In Indonesia, millions of people still don't have access to traditional banking. Fintech reach these underserved groups. And of course, there's trust in technology. Gen Z and millennials are digital natives. They feel more comfortable using an app than walking into a branch. But that leads to the big question. Does this mean banks are in trouble? Can fintech replace banks? Not so fast. Well, fintech has clear advantage. There are still things only traditional banks can do or do better. Here are a few reasons why banks are still relevant. First, stability and regulations. Banks are tightly regulated by governments and central banks. Your money is insured under systems like the LPS or Lembaga Penjamin Simpanan. Most fintech apps don't have that same level of protection. Next, infrastructure. Fintech companies often rely on traditional banks for their back-end system that power their services. For example, top-ups, withdrawals, and interbank transfer are still routed through banking networks. Next, trust for large transactions. For major activities like mortgages, business loan, and international trade, people still prefer the security and structure of a traditional bank. Next, there's compliance and fraud protection. Banks have stronger systems than fintech for preventing fraud, identity theft, and money laundering. So, while fintech is faster and more flexible, banks are still foundational to the financial system. Rather than being replaced, many banks now are adapting. A new era, collaboration, not competition. In fact, what we are seeing now is not a war between fintech and banks, but a partnership. Many banks are creating their own fintech solution or partnering with startups to reach more users. This hybrid model is becoming more common. Example includes first, there is Bank Jago, a fully digital bank that integrates directly with the Gojek ecosystem. You can open an account and manage your savings directly from Gojek app. Next, there's Cbank, connected to Shopee, lets you manage your money while you shop online with competitive interest rates. Next, there's Blue by BCA, a neobank that offers a modern digital banking experience. These aren't fintech startups replacing banks. They are banks becoming fintech. The lines are just blurry. What the future holds. As fintech continue to evolve and banks continue to adapt, we'll likely see a financial system that combines the best of both worlds. A financial system that combines the best of both worlds, like the innovation and speed of fintech, and the security and reliability of traditional banking. New regulations will ensure fintech is safer and more accountable. Meanwhile, banks will become more agile, offering service through apps, not branches. In the future, we may not say, I'm going to the bank anymore. Instead, we'll say, I opened an account while eating lunch, or I got a loan during a train trip. Final thought. So, will bank disappear? Probably not. Will they stay the same? Definitely not. Fintech is not here to destroy the banking system. It's here to transform it. And banks that refuse to change, they make fade away. But those that innovate will thrive in this digital age. And as a user, we get the best deal, like more access, more option, and more control over our finance. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time you went to a bank? Or do you do everything from your phone now? And thank you for your attention, and thank you for the explanation for myself. So, what do you think, guys? Will you still use a traditional bank 10 years from now? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and share if this video helped you understand fintech better. Muhammad Wahyudi Haditama in here. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.